Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of In the Dirt right here on YouTube. My name is Tim Baltz. Glad you could join us here once again. Remember, like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. We certainly do appreciate that support. Well, of course, we got a couple of great sponsors we want to thank here in 2024, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do this show. Of course, we got to thank Dow's Climate Care that are with us this year. Of course, Home Hardware out of Alexandria, Draper Doors, and Rito Acres Campground. We got a lot of race results to cover, a lot of big races at some of your favorite racetracks, so stick around. Come right back. You're watching In the Dirt.
Don Van Dusen for Dow's Climate Care. Protect your heating and cooling investment with a Dow's We Care maintenance plan. With plans as low as $9.99 a month and an initial tune-up fee for $59.99, keep your system protected and have peace of mind. If you're currently paying for a maintenance plan and you aren't receiving service, give us a call. We'll transfer you to our plan at no cost. Dow's Climate Care, locally owned heating and cooling professionals who care, serving Kingston, Belleville, and Trenton for 50 years. Call us at 613-900-7256.
Rito Acres is the place to be.
It's that time of year. Time to plan your summer vacations and weekend fun. Why not book now for your summer camping and RVing at Rito Acres Family Campground, Eastern Ontario's full-service camping facility, located on a UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Rideau Canal, on a series of lakes joined by lock systems that links Kingston to Canada's capital city, Ottawa. Rito Acres is only 10 minutes from downtown historic Kingston. Here's what Rito Acres has to offer you and your family when you visit. The spacious pull-through campsites, trailers, and motorhomes. The swimming pool staffed with lifeguards. A beautiful beach to enjoy for a relaxing afternoon of fun and family. Excellent fishing on Colonel By Lake. A boat docking facility for your fishing or pleasure craft. Boats, canoes, and kayaks available for rent. A beautiful banquet hall for weddings or meetings to fit any occasion. 136 acres of outdoor adventure, hiking, biking, playground, swimming, fishing, horseshoes, basketball, and so much more. Make Rito Acres your camping destination this year. You better book now. We're filling up fast. Visit ritoacres.com or call 613-546-2711.
Rito Acres is the place to be. Come on out, you'll see a vacated community.
Well, welcome back to In the Dirt right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support. Well, like we talked about before we went to break, we got a ton of race results to get through, so we might as well get right down to it, shall we? Over to the Can-Am Speedway on Friday night, the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds were on hand. It was Tim Fuller taking home the win over Billy Dunn and rookie Brian Hudson. In the Dirt Car Sportsman division, a first-time winner, Taylor Dockstader, finally got the job done aboard his machine on Friday night. Limited Sportsman, once again, Logan Brown did it again, a last lap pass for his fourth win in 5 tries. Andrew Hennessy went back-to-back in the crate sprint car division, and it was Justin Pope, the winner in the Thunder car class for the first time this year. Over to the Brockville Speedway Saturday night, Dirt Car 358 modified win to Ryan Arbuthnot, second straight week there over Tristan Draper and Jonathan Ferguson. Dirt Car Sportsman division, Bobby Harrington collected his career milestone, a 50th career win for Bobby on Saturday night. Over to the Novice Sportsman, it was Nick Merkley collecting his first Novice Sportsman checker flag at Brockville. Matt Bull went back-to-back in mini stock, and Lee Ladisser had a top 5 run in the modified race, came back in his crate sprint car, and took the feature win. Over to the Brighton Speedway on Saturday night, the crate late models were in action, and Charlie Sandercock was back in victory lane over Steve Baldwin and Nathan Rinaldi. Canadian Mod division went to Ronnie Wadforth, Chris Tuford in the mini stock division, Aiden Fletcher in Comp 4, and Jordan Pickle in the Stinger division. Over to Mohawk International Raceway on Saturday night, Chris Raby came from the number 4 spot to win his first feature of the season over rookie Dustin Bradley and Lucas Fuller. In the Twin Leaf Sportsman Series, Corey Castell won his first ever series race over Nick Haywood and Cedric Govro. The Pro Stocks were on hand as well on Saturday night, and Dakota Sharp went back-to-back. Bobby Lavere won the mini stock feature, and Kyle Reef back-to-back in Limited Sportsman. At the Airborne Speedway on Thursday night, it was Anthony Perego collecting $7,070 in the big block modified feature over Michael Maresca and Alex Payne. Nick Haywood, a six-time track champion over there, collected the Sportsman checkered flag. Tyler Terry was victorious in Renegades, and Jake Fountain and Speedy Brissett collected the mini stock twin bill. Over to the Devil's Bowl Speedway on Saturday night, it was a unique event that they had. All the Sportsman cars ran on the half-mile track, and Vince Quenville Jr. picked up the Sportsman modified checkered flag over Randy Ryan and Brent Warren, Alex Lane in Limited Sportsman, and Logan Dennis in the Novice Sportsman. Then they all switched over to the quarter-mile track, which is the smaller track on the infield, using the same front straightaway. And in the 500cc mini sprint division was Raymond Hansen collecting the win. The mini stocks went to Jeremy Brownell. Over to the Cornwall Speedway, Jackson Gill is unstoppable over there in 358 modified action. His third straight win over Brian McDonald, who finished fifth in a crate late model race at the Brighton Speedway on Saturday night. He finished second in the mod feature on Sunday in Cornwall. Corey Wheeler was third. The Lamoureux Pumping Sportsman Series had their season opener, and defending track champion Gabriel Sear collected the feature win over Shane Pecor and Bobby Harrington. A big night for the Pro Stocks, $5,555 to win, and Sid Harmer Jr. collected the checkered flag over Eve Mel and Mark Lalone. Mini stock feature went to Travis LaMarche and Nicholas Mainville, his first ever novice sportsman checkered flag. Over to the Merrittville Speedway on Saturday night, it was the Ivan Little Memorial, 61 laps for the 358 modifieds, and Gary Lindbergh collected the checkered flag over Chad Brockman and Ryan Susie. Dirt Car Sportsman West Series was in town, and Cody McPherson was the winner there over Jay Mallory and Adam Leslie. The Hoosier stocks went to Mark Fawcett. Lebanon Valley Speedway, well, they unfortunately had a power outage and could not get the power back. They had to cancel Saturday night's program. Over to Ohsweken Speedway, it was sprint car action on Friday night, and Dylan Westbrook won the 360 sprint car feature over Nick Sheridan and Ryan Turner. Over to the crate sprint car division, it was Jesse Costa collecting the checkers over Brett Stratford and Brett Bigelow. Ryan Beagle won the Thunder Stocks, and Alex Riley was victorious in the mini stock division. Thunder Mountain Speedway, they had a lot of rained out features, and multiple classes had double features, and we got all those results right here. In their modified division, it was Billy Van Inwigen collecting the win over Cody Higbee and Jordan Millard. Dirt Car Sportsman feature twin bill went to Dana Davis and Gary Smith. The rookie 600cc mods went to Josh Vanderpool. 600cc modified feature went to Doug Windhausen. Kyle Pierce won the 600cc sprints, and here's where the double features come into play. Factory stocks went to Doug Stack Jr. and Doug Stack Sr. Over to the street stock division, it was Jerry Lobdell and Gene Sharpstein, the winners in both of those events. The mini stocks had a twin mill, and it was Colin Mills and Sean Mills. Over to Granby on Friday night, the 358 modifieds were in town, and Sam Charlin collected the feature win over Matthew Desjardins and Steve Bernier. Alex Lajoie 4 for 4 in the sportsman class. It was Francois Adam in Pro Stock. Matthew Deschamps collected the Sport Compact checkered flag. Over to Autodrome Drummond on Saturday night, 358 modified win to veteran Mario Claire, and Felix Waugh was second with Sebastian Goujon in third. Kevin Poliquin was the winner in the sportsman division. Jeremy Lafleur collected the Lightning Sprint checkered flag, and Tommy Lizotte was victorious in semi-pro street stock. Over to Land of Legends on Saturday night, a popular win for veteran Pat Ward, collecting his first win of the season over Matt Shepard and Peter Britton. In the sportsman division, Tyler Corcoran got his first Land of Legends win of the year. Darrell Ruggles won the 305 sprint car feature, and Mark Minitolo doubled up, winning the street and hobby stock division, so a good night for Mark Minitolo there. Chase Spore was the winner in the new Legend Sportsman. Over to the Ransomville Speedway on Friday night, Gary Lindbergh collected the 358 modified checkered flag over Eric Rudolph and Matt Williamson. Dirt Car Sportsman West Regional Series, Cody McPherson sweeps the weekend for the West region on the Dirt Car Sportsman side of things over Adam Leslie and Adam Hilton. Nigel Pendikowski victorious in Novice Sportsman, and Cole Susi the winner in the mini stock feature. Over to the Glen Ridge Speedway on Sunday night, an emotional win for Lance Willix. He crashed on Friday night at Can-Am, crashed on Saturday night at Fulton, stayed up till 5 a.m. Sunday morning with his wife getting the car back together again, and they beat Stuart Friesen to the line on Sunday night to win his second career Dirt Car 358 Modified Series win in the series opener. Friesen was second, followed by Jordan McCready, Mike Mahaney, and Felix Waugh. Zach Buff won the Dirt Car Sportsman feature. It was Slater Baker in Dirt Car Pro Stocks. Josh Coonrad was victorious in the Limited Sportsman. Jason Samroff in Street Stock, and Stephen Walters was victorious in the Mini Stock division. Over to the Albany Saratoga Speedway on Friday night, and Demetrius Drelos, former track champion Champion was the winner there over Peter Britton and Mark Johnson. Joey Scarborough won the Dirt Car Sportsman feature. Dirt Car Pro Stocks, Brandon Aming, his 4th win of the season there. Tanner Kuhn and Limited Sportsman. Jason Meltz, former Pro Stock driver, jumped into Street Stock and won there Friday night. Adam Montville was victorious in 4-cylinder. Bear Ridge Speedway in Vermont, Robert Tucker, his 1st win of the season in Dirt Car Sportsman over Max Dolliver and Jason Gray. Terry Williams was the Coupe winner. Dirt Car Midgets went to Brandon Piatska. Late models, it was Kenny Miller Sr. Mike McClay won the Stocker division, and the Ridge Runners, they had 3 22-lap segments on Saturday night. The overall winner was Kevin LaForest. Over to the Genesee Speedway on Saturday night, it was Adam Hilton collecting the Sportsman checkered flag. Noah Pangrazio in Novice Sportsman. Jesse Kudermus in the Street Stock division. Ed Carley was victorious in late models. Other action at Genesee included the Bandits. It was Braden Davis going to victory lane there. Robert Knapp III won the mini stock feature, and the NY6A Hoosier Tire Tour went to Pete Coffey. A few more results to tell you about. The Outlaw Speedway on Friday night. Veteran Bobby Varon went to victory lane over Alex Payne and Jeff Doherty. Carl Comfort, another veteran, went to victory lane in the Sportsman division. Will Easling in the Hobby Stocks. Willie Easling in the 4-cylinders picked up the checkered flag there, and Damon Decker was the winner in Street Stock. Over to Brewerton on Friday night, an emotional win for Sean Beardsley. He's been racing a long time, finally got his first big block modified win over Dylan Zacharias and Tim Sears Jr., the defending track champion there. Kyle Devendorf, you'll find out later why it was a big weekend for Kyle. He picked up the win Friday in the Dirt Car Sportsman ranks at Brewerton. Zach Babcock was the winner in Mod Lights, and Justin Goyle was the winner in the 4-cylinders. Over to the Fulton Speedway, first career win in the 358 modifieds for Brandon Carvey after stepping up from the Sportsman over Andrew Buff, another modified rookie, and yet another modified rookie, Remington Ham, coming home in position number 3. We mentioned Kyle Devendorf. He swept the weekend. He won at Fulton on Saturday night in the Dirt Car Sportsman. Hobby Stock feature went to Brendan Fitzgibbons, and the Novice Sportsman went to James Galerno. The rest of the weekend, the Weed Sport Speedway, they were off, and they'll be back in action on June the 11th. Once again, that is all the race results we have for you on this week's program. A lot more big races are coming up here as the summer months are kicking into high gear. Come right back to In the Dirt. We got all the next upcoming events at your local racetrack.
Alexandria Home Hardware is your home and garden headquarters. Come in and see our sizzling summer deals for both inside and outside your home. We've got lumber, and now at the lowest price in a long time. Be sure to check our home hardware savings flyer every week for price saving specials all summer long. Come in and see the Garden Center, a huge selection of lawn and garden choices. Our friendly staff is here to assist you for all your shopping needs at Alexandria Home Hardware. Don't forget, you can shop 24 hours a day online at Home Hardware. Draper Doors is your garage door and retractable screen experts. For sales, service, and installation of garage doors, electric door openers, retractable screens, or custom doors, it's Draper Doors. Draper Doors offers 24-hour service at 613-544-2269. If you're replacing your garage door of any size, call for a quote today at 613-544-2269. Remember, call Draper Doors if you can't get it up.
Well, we're right back here on In the Dirt on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you have not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support. Well, we got a lot of big events coming up here in the next couple of weeks or so, and especially next week. We're going to go through them right now. Coming up at the Can-Am Speedway, it's all about the pit crews on Friday night. We'll have a pit crew challenge and a mechanics race. Full card of racing in all classes, including the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman, Limited Sportsman, Crate Sprints, and, of course, the popular Thunder Car division. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Over to Brockville on Saturday night, the 358 Modified Sail Panel Series will take place, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman. 50 laps for the Street Stock on Saturday night. Should be a good show. Supernaut Truck Shop Crate Sprints. The Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club will be there, and the Novice Sportsman. Racing starts at 6 p.m. Brighton Speedway, the 360 Sprint cars are back on the card, plus the Crate Late Models, Canadian Mod, Thunder Stocks, and the Mini Stocks, all starting at 7 p.m. Mohawk International Raceway, it's Kids Poster Night over at MIR. 358 Modified, Sportsman, Limited Sportsman, Pro Stock, and Mini Stocks, all starting at 6:30. At Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh, Thursday night racing happening over there. The 358 Modifieds are back on the card, ready to go. Sportsman, Renegades, and Mini Stocks will all start at 7 p.m. Devil's Bowl Speedway in Vermont on Saturday night. It is topless night for the sportsman divisions, plus the mini sprints will run without the wings on Saturday night. Racing starts over there at 6 p.m. Switching over to the Cornwall Speedway Sunday night, the Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club will be there. 358 modifieds will be on hand. Can Jackson Gill get 4 in a row? We're going to find out. Sportsman, novice sportsman, pro stock, and mini stocks are all going to be there with racing starting at 6:30. Over to the Merrittville Speedway, a full show in all divisions, and it will be double features for the Mod Lights as well. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Lebanon Valley, they had the Transformer blowout on Saturday night, causing the program to be rescheduled. And according to their social media today, the program that was scheduled for June the 1st will run on June the 8th. Now, the modifieds, they were scheduled to run topless on that night. They will run with their regular bodies, and all divisions will have an increased purse with racing starting at 6 p.m. at the Valley. Over to the Ohsweken Speedway, a good night for the kids. It's a touch of truck and tractor night. That's always fun. The 360 and crate sprints will be on the card, along with Thunder stocks and mini stocks, with racing starting at 7:30. Over to Thunder Mountain Speedway, full program in all classes, including the Dirt Modified Nostalgia Tour. They are up north with us in Can-Am earlier this year. They're always putting on a great show. Racing starts over there at 7 p.m. Over to Autodrome Granby, a big weekend for big block racing. It's the opener for the Canadian Big Block Series. 75 laps for the modifieds on Friday night, plus a full show in all divisions. Racing gets underway there early at 6:30 p.m. Land of Legends Raceway Saturday night, big block modifieds will be on the card, along with the Sportsman 305 Sprints, Street Stocks, Hobby Stocks, and Legends Sportsman. Racing starts at 6:30. Over to Ransomville, the Empire Super Sprints are back in town. The 358 modifieds have the night off, by the way. Dirt Car Sportsman will be there, plus Novice Sportsman, Street Stock, and Mini Stocks, and racing starts at the Big R at 7:15. Over to Glen Ridge, they got the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series round number 2, plus a full show in all classes. Lots of racing going on at the Ridge. I was there this past Sunday for the Dirt Car 358 show. A lot of cars, a lot of racing. You're going to want to get there early because racing starts at 6 p.m. Albany Saratoga Speedway, full card of racing, and the Extreme Dirt Car Midgets will be on hand. Racing starts over there at the Great Race Place at 7 p.m. Over to Bear Ridge in Vermont, full show in all divisions featuring the Dirt Car Sportsman. The Extreme Dirt Car Midgets are off because they're in Malta the night before. Racing starts at 6 p.m. Over to Genesee Speedway, a special Thursday night program. It's the Pinnacle of Power Series for the Big Block Modifieds, $4,000 to win. Racing starts at 6:30. Outlaw Speedway, they'll have their regular Super 5 show on hand, plus King of Ring 4-cylinder series. That should be a good show. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Over to Brewerton on Friday night, the Big Block Modifieds will be on hand, plus Dirt Car Sportsman, Mod Lights, 4-cylinders, and the 600cc non-wing micro sprints. They always put on a great show at Brewerton. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Over to the Fulton Speedway, it's a huge night for the 4-cylinders. It's a 4-cylinder series race, $1,000 to the winner. And of course, the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman will be on the card, and the Novice Sportsman. Racing will start there at 7 p.m. Over to Autodrome Drummond, it's round number 2 of the Canadian Big Block Modified Series, 75 laps, and they got about 9 classes on the card over there, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman. They got slingshots and street stocks, anything you want with 4 wheels, a steering wheel, and a motor, they've got it there at Autodrome Drummond. Racing starts rather early at 5 p.m. Some of the bigger races coming up, Super Dirt Car Series will be at the Big Diamond Speedway on June the 4th, and then the debut event at the Selinsgrove Speedway on June the 5th. So look for those and watch Dirt Vision if you can't be there in person. Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, again, congratulations to Lance Willix winning the opener at Glen Ridge. Race number 2 gets underway at the Fulton Speedway on June the 19th. That is a Wednesday night show, so mark that on your calendar as well. The Dirt Car Sportsman West Central Regional Race, that's a combined race. Drivers following both regions will get points for those respective regions. If they're following them, they'll be at the Land of Legends Raceway on June 22nd. We mentioned it earlier in the program, but we'll do it one more time. The Dirt Car Pro Stock Series round number 2 in action at Glen Ridge this coming Sunday, June the 9th. Canadian Big Block Series, we talked about the first 2 races being at Granby and Drummond this coming weekend. Series will finish up at Cornwall on June 30th, and the season finale will wrap up at Mohawk on July the 10th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our program. That is all the racing results and all the upcoming races at your favorite local short track. Again, we want to thank some of our great sponsors that have been on board with us in 2024. Of course, want to thank Dow's Climate Care. Alexandria Home Hardware has been with us, and Draper Doors once again, along with the good folks at Rito Acres Campground. That's it. That wraps up our program. You've been watching In the Dirt. Get to your favorite racetrack. I'll be at mine. You should be at yours. We'll see you next week.